How's it going? This is Sherrod with Sherrod Sports Visas. I just got back 2 weeks ago from the Sports Immigration Lawyers Conference, where I was speaking on P1 visas and also talking about the industry and things we're seeing in the field with some of the best sports immigration lawyers in the nation that do P1, O1, and EB1A visas. And one idea and kind of concern we were talking about is how events getting canceled is going to draw requests for evidence and other questions from USCIS because it's messing with the itineraries. Itineraries are very important for O1 and especially for P1 visas to have a list of events that you're going to be competing in, obviously, or coaching in for the length of your validity date, how long your visa is approved for. And so we're talking about USCIS is starting to send requests for evidence saying that we don't know about the truthfulness of your itinerary because we can go and see online that your whole season's canceled or your event is canceled and things of that nature. There's a couple things that we can do in this circumstance. One is if you're in a sport that has a season, and let me go back. If you're on the O1, this is not as important as the P1 because the P1, you have to have a set of events that require international athletes for it to be valid. So that's what we're talking about here. O1 is fine typically, but the P1 not so much. So if you're on a season, hopefully you can go to your contract and it'll have something about a force majeure. We'll have a clause that says basically if there's acts of God that happen that make us have to stop the contract remains in place and it's just extended until things are back to normal. Hopefully we can use that in these requests for evidence if you're in a league that has a season. Otherwise, you can maybe get a letter from the commissioner of the league, the team that you're playing for, saying their intentions to keep you employed as soon as things are back to normal. Now, if you're in another sport where it's not season-based, but it's event-based, such as swimming or track and field or combat sports, fighting, it might be easier. You can basically say that, well, we stacked other events all through the year. They're not all canceled, hopefully. They're just only canceled temporarily, or hopefully they use the word postpone. But you could simply argue that, hey, these events usually happen at the same time every year. So even if it doesn't happen this year, the same event will happen next year around the same time as we expected. Obviously, I didn't intend for this to happen. There's no intent on my part not to fulfill my contractual obligations with these events, but things happen, no worries. There's still events that are going to take place next year, worst case scenario. If you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to contact our office by email or phone call. Thank you very much.